Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and don't adjust your sets. We're not playing your typical, oh my god, RAFFINE Esper mid-range stuff that's all over standard. No, sir. We're playing RAFFINE in Historic Brawl, a format that has yet to appreciate the power of the Sphinx Demon. The Streets of New Capenna has shaken up Historic Brawl, but people don't know it because RAFFINE still isn't getting the Hell Q treatment it deserves. What I have here is both an exciting and fun kind of deck that could definitely be played at the highest levels of Historic Brawl. And I think that you're really gonna like it, so let's dive right into it. RAFFINE Scheming Seer in the command zone is a 1/4 flying ward 1. Whenever you attack, you connive, where X is the number of attacking creatures. That is kind of a cool effect for a number of reasons, and in Esper mid-range, particularly in Standard, is very popular. You try to get an early creature, connive onto it, and then use some graveyard value, like Tenacious Underdog and things like that. But just smoothing out your draw is often wow enough in Standard, and the very unkillable body can end games quickly. In Commander, I played RAFFINE as a general, and I went down the rabbit hole of just kind of fun attacky value stuff with a little tiny dash of Reanimator, but I could have gone a lot more into reanimating giant monsters. And in Historic Brawl, reanimating giant monsters is definitely a powerful and finally a competitive way to go. I don't think Reanimator has been a serious contender for a good amount of time in the formats on Arena, like where it's a very, very serious deck. There's Velomachus Invoke Justice. That almost feels like a different deck entirely, like an all-in combo deck. It requires Invoke Justice and Velomachus to work. Reanimator, more about getting that, like, you get a variety, like a toolbox, right? You dump some sweet stuff in the graveyard, you get back the one that best affects the board. That's what I love about Reanimator. And I feel like it's been lost in Standard for a long time, lost from a lot of these formats for a long time. And getting to have a version of it that's really good in Historic Brawl does my heart good, because RAFFINE's connive ability means that you always have a discard outlet. The issue with playing good Reanimator is you had to have 3 things most of the time. Thing number 1, Big Fatty Boom Boom for the graveyard. Thing number 2, reanimation spell. Get Big Fatty Boom Boom out of the graveyard for less of a cost than it should be. Thing number 4. Nope, number 3. Thing number 3 is we need a way to discard Big Fatty Boom Boom so it's in the graveyard so we can get it back with the spell. And the fact that we can put that right in the command zone with RAFFINE Scheming Seer, and it's a legitimate, powerful card on its own, and it plays into colors that really fit what we're trying to do, that's what makes this deck really good. We can play just a good old mid-range strategy, make the opponent respect RAFFINE, make the opponent, deal with whatever they're throwing at us and make them deal with this. Or we can jump right to the top rope and reanimate something like Jin Gitaxi's Core Augur and completely wreck them. I've got some piles here. The first pile is little creatures that you play ahead of RAFFINE to get a little value. This is a very small bit of the deck. Not too much, just 8 of them. I've got Esper Sentinel, Selfless Savior, Adano Vanguard, Scrabby Scrounger, Tenacious Underdog, Denick, Lazav, and I've got Kaido, which doesn't quite fit the bill, but can make that 1/1 ninja and does a RAFFINE impression if your own commander's been killed too many times. So these are cards you would play before RAFFINE to give the opponent that little sense of, RAFFINE, ew, these are annoying, they keep attacking me. They also make sure that you get the connive trigger the turn that you play RAFFINE, because RAFFINE doesn't have haste, but if any creature you attack with connives. So getting something out on the board ahead of RAFFINE can be very helpful. We've got this huge pile of classic Esper mid-range control staples. All of these keep the opponent off balance. You interact with them and don't let them completely enact their game plan while you get set up to do your thing. It also helps you recover if they do something really sweet on their own. No Wrath of Gods, no sweepers type like that. We want a little bit of the more manageable one-sided sweepers of Meathook and River's Rebuke, but we're trying to build our own creature board with this deck. Weird for Esper, I know. Then all this reanimation nonsense. All these cards that help us bring creatures back from the graveyard. Some of them small. I mean, Sorin doesn't exactly bring back huge creatures, but it's very helpful for that life gain. But a lot of it getting back all kinds of juicy stuff. And some of these are really sweet cards, in particular, like Unburial Rites, very powerful. The Vile Offering can be absolutely devastating. Liliana, Death's Majesty, is a mythic you might not have that came out in Amonkhet that's very, very good. The Scarab God, of course. And then cards that we like to reanimate. And this is where the fun comes in. Season to Taste. These are what I think are the best ones to play. City Stalker Connoisseur and Atris and Hostage Taker are different types of value that you can reanimate from the graveyard. But then we get into monsters. Sanctuary Warden, All-Seeing Arbiter, Dream Trawler. You know, these are castable 6-drops, which sometimes you'll have to do. But when you get them out on turn 4 or 5, just put you way ahead. And then Lockmere Serpent, you can actually recycle from the graveyard. It's like a graveyard recyclable card that also hates the opponent's graveyard and is very cool. Then we go Elish Norn. We go Sarah's Emissary. We get into Hullbreaker Horror, Nezahal the Primal Tide, the Scholar of the Lost Trove, which is awesome when you cast it and you get back the reanimation. Or no, you cast the reanimation spell, you get the Scholar, then you recast the reanimation spell and get something else. Very sweet. Toxrill the Corrosive. Yes, Slug Horror, let's go. And of course, Jin Gitaxis, the Core Augur. The ultimate 10 mana, draw 7, they discard up to 7. That's the juice. Whole bunch of land. Just don't miss a land drop. We have Connive, so we get to fix our draw a lot. And we have a whole bunch of utility lands. So play too many lands, guys. Please. Please play too many lands. What do I got here? I have 36, but then I also have the spell lands on top of that. So I have at least 30. I have at least 40. 40 if you count the spell lands. So yeah, play too many lands. Just don't miss land drops. You'll probably win. This deck is awesome. I'm going to share some stats in the post-game wrap. Let's dive in. Let Raffine's Reanimator nonsense begin.
Covert Go Blue will be appearing at Too Many Games Friday, June 24th to Sunday, June 26th. Prepare for a weekend full of Magic the Gathering action, including a panel with CGB and other special guests. Bring your deck for the chance to play against him one-on-one for some awesome prizes. And while you're there, be sure to check out our huge marketplace, massive free play arcade, cosplay wrestling event, tabletop tournaments, concerts, and much more. Click the link below or visit TooManyGames.com to get your ticket today.
All right, we go first against Vorinclex. Our curve out's interesting. We have protection for Raffine, and we have a Reanimator, but we don't have anything big to get back. So we'll have to piece something together. We also can't cast the Raffine unless we find another source. But we can cast the Kaido. Do we brainstorm here and try to cast this on time, or do we play the Savior? I think I brainstorm here. I can do it on their turn after I see what they play. I think I brainstorm here. I need to cast Raffine on time. They probably can't deal with it in mono green. Okay, command tower is good to see. Here it comes. See if they have something ready to deal with my commander. Yorvo. Oh god. Oh man. And they might have mana open to protect Yorvo. Turn it sideways. Drop off the mighty Lockmere Serpent. Okay, what else? Probably want to leave up Grasp. Let's play the Savior. Could sacrifice it next turn to Blood for Bones, although I'd love to draw a better creature to reanimate than the Lockmere Serpent. I mean, Lockmere is still a 7/7 against green. That's very good. It just has other utility in the graveyard. Let's go for it. See if the opponent can protect it. Yep. Had a feeling. Had a feeling. At least we didn't pay 2 life. Ew. Oh, dude. What the hell? Really? Oh. If they munch now, though, we might be able to punish them. That was a mistake. That was a mistake, because we could hit a good creature here. Rebuke, we're definitely keeping that. Land, we're keeping that. But no big creature to bring back. Alright, so I guess we have to try to stall. So I'm going to play Null Priest Kaido, so let's drop Blood for Bones. We could also drop the Rebirth. Okay, we can play Rebirth this turn, and then next turn have enough mana for Rebuke for sure. I guess that means we're discarding Liliana. We definitely don't have to. What are we playing? I think we're playing Kaido. And then how much are we taking? God, so much. It's so much damage. So I guess I want to drop the Null Priest. Yeah, maybe I'm too far behind for Kaido. Oh, I'll just drop Kaido and make a ninja. That's what I'll do. Oh, they block? Nice. We could have Malika Rebirth there, but I don't think that's the play. Do I need a ninja anymore? I'm not taking enough damage. Yeah, let's just draw. Let's just try to keep up on cards. I know Vorinclex might show up. Then we rebuke them. Replication Ring. Okay, no Vorinclex. No Sexy Klexy. We go to 15. We're definitely in the protect my planeswalker game plan. Let's attack and see what happens. Do we rebuke them here? We have other options. I can't believe the ooze is gone. So we could Null Priest and bring back the Savior, which is pretty good. Let's draw first with Kaido. Oh, there's a big critter. So we can drop the ward and make 2 blockers. One of them can probably block the Yorvo. And then the next turn we can Null Priest back the Warden if they get rid of it. Ooh, I like it. I like it a lot. The opponent's expecting me to cast spells to deal with their stuff. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna make giant monsters of my own. Let's take a loyalty off Kaido. It's doing fine.
I was hoping you wouldn't notice me.
Return upon the tide. So reanimation is back on the menu, boys. That is a big dinosaur. Yorvo, don't trample. Jin! I mean, I really want to draw 7, but the opponent's board is looking too scary. They'll probably scoop to this. So I guess the content play is to reanimate Jin. Okay, the content play is to reanimate Jin. If they somehow kill me, don't say I didn't do you any favors today.
Bet you can't catch us.
Jin really should come with no max hand size. It's kind of a scam that we have to discard here. Let's be real. Vivian. Uh-oh, there's some trample.
Everything from deer to dinosaurs.
It's a big Carnage Tyrant. And it goes for Kaido. I'm down with this. I'm down with this. Shield counter plus lifelinker. Opponent will probably pump it up somehow. They always do. All right, drop them. Now what? Rebuke them. Wah! Had enough? To the moon. Okay. Now you've had enough. Oh, who is this? Oh, what's the name of this card? It's red-green aggro. Grand Warlord Rada. 3/4 haste whenever you attack with blah blah blah, attack, blah blah blah. Okay. Well, we have removal, and the Sarah's Emissary can give us protection from creatures if we find a way to reanimate it, so I'm keeping this on the play. We'll play the tapped castle since I don't know if it will ever be untapped. Once upon a time there was... Complete the sentence. Complete the story. Once upon a time there was a Clothis, god of destiny. What's with the graveyard hate today, man? Oh my goodness, they filled their graveyard. Well, the good news is I can drown in the lock their graveyard. I'm sorry, I can drown in the lock the Clothis. I don't have to drown in the lock their graveyard. What kind of a sentence was that? All right, Cold Steel Heart. So, do we play Raffine here, or do we hold up Drown in the Lock for the Clothis? Because if they land the Clothis, you know, it doesn't hurt us that badly, does it? It really doesn't. Because we can do it all on our turn. All we gotta do is connive, which is built into our commander. Just don't discard the Emissary now, and we're probably fine. Or do we drop it now and make them play the Clothis? And then next turn we have to find... Yeah, if they tap out for Clothis, they don't get this till the next turn. So they might drop it. But then we have 3 draws to find a reanimation jutsu. Okay, here's a solemn. They are ramping up. Interesting. There's a Tail's End. That is good for the Clothis. Let's get him. Very aggressive. No reanimation jutsu yet, but we draw a Scarab God. Kind of want to keep all my land and such. They don't seem to have interaction, so I think we can drop the Savior. I love the Teferi. Scarab freaking God. Okay. I mean, I think I'm dropping Grasp. Then this turn we play the Mauling Tap, say go. Counter something. Then we can drop Scarab God potentially. Domri. I mean, I guess so. He makes other things uncounterable. Better do what we can while we can. Very aggressive. There's a bond. We got it. Okay, let's discard some of these other cards that benefit from the graveyard. I'm going to drop Teferi. I love them, but not that useful in this matchup. Not the way things are going. All right, come on out. What if everything has protection from creatures? How about that? Nice Carnage Tyrant. Literally can't do anything. Oh wait, all of my stuff has protection from creatures, so I can't connive. Sneaky bugger. Sneaky bugger, it turns off my connive. Because it targets a creature. Gotta keep that one in mind. Azusa. So mono green ramp. And we're on the play, that's a big deal. Snarl comes in untapped if we want it. And does nothing though. That said, we have Connive and we have Jingataxis, so we just have to draw a land, right? Easy. Don't ask me about the Snowland split. I don't know the reason. Okay. Why'd I reveal that? Don't ask me that either. You're playing suboptimally for the comments. I just want your comments so badly. Good draw. Raffine. Azusa is here. Lands are flying at the battlefield. Good God. Turn him sideways. So I think I discard the Scholar here, and then next turn I discard the Djinn. Assuming that I have that opportunity. I got a hit. All right. Do we try to take Azusa with the Hostage Taker, or do we try to take something from hand with the Connoisseur? We do still need a land next turn. All right, I'm going to play the Connoisseur. We, of course, get to dig for it as long as Raffine's around. The cool thing about Scholar is you can, like, concoct, get Scholar, Scholar, concoct to get something else. They veiled. Wow. All right. Land. Do it. Azusa, not to be underestimated. Very scary, especially if you can combo, like, Crucible of Worlds and start casting things like Ulamog. I played a lot of Azusa nonsense in my Shigeki pile. Honestly, Azusa is probably the better commander. Shigeki and I have a thing, you know? Viv. Uh-oh. That can kill Raffine.
Let's tear this.
No! Don't do it. Oh my God, did it. But we can attack Vivian. If we top the land, we're still doing okay. I really didn't get a blood token? I didn't get a blood token. Because of where the period is, that ability has to resolve. I didn't know that could work that way. Gain control of target creature with power 2 or less. We could steal their Azusa. But I mean, I think we just take it hostage instead. So probably send it to command.
Let's do this again.
All right, now what? Connive can not gain control of the land if they level up the land with the Druid class. You happen upon a glade, search for 2 basics, put them in your hand. Okay, 2 more for the opponent. What's in that hand? Is it an Ulamog? Maybe the question should be what's in that hand and why is it Ulamog? There's a land. Okay. We don't have... I should have left Raffine in the graveyard. This was a mistake. All right. So, blue. We go concoct. Let's leave a land on top. Make it one that doesn't hurt me. Don't really want to counterspell that badly. Grab Scholar. Scholar gets Connive. We connive on the Azusa. Yoink. Okay. I've taken your commander. It may have already done the damage, but I need them to target things that aren't my lands. So if they do play Ulamog, I can Eldest Reborn. I love preparing for the worst case scenario because it happens a good amount. Here comes the leveling of Druid class. No? Why wouldn't they make a creature there? What do they see? What are they thinking? I don't know. I think they're hoping I attack with everything and then they can hit me a lot harder on the way back, but I'll leave back the Death Touch creature. What are they thinking? Alright, I'll drop the Arbiter then. We'll get that cooking. Thoughtseize, huh? You can go to the graveyard, Djinn. What are you doing over there, dude? Tranquil Thicket. Draw a card. Arch of Vraska can also draw cards. They're going to take that card now, which is good for the Thoughtseize. Land. Easy. Still not leveling Druid class. Interesting. Unburial Rites. Djinn gets access. Okay. What you got there? Ooh, finale. You clever bugger. You clever bugger. All right. Give me Jingataxis. I want my 7 cards. And let's leave back the Death Toucher for the leveled up Druid class. Woo, baby! Look at them cards. You can go, you can go, and you can go. Seraphim, okay. Got Haste Tribal over here. That's gotta be a tough matchup. And they're on the play. That's gotta be a bad matchup. So what do we do? What do we do? I think we have to keep it because our mana is pretty good. And as long as we draw land, we're doing something. We even have priests that we can play and indulgence to get deeper. So I'm gonna try it. But man, I don't know how I'm supposed to compete when they're fast and furious. Let's get the tapped land out of the way. Maybe I'm supposed to play Savior there and hope to draw another untapped land and curve out. Oh, I would have too. But with the opponent doing nothing so far, maybe this is where Memory Lapse is good. Because we're also holding up Tainted Indulgence. Yeah, you knew something was coming. That's a really good card too. But Raffine lines up well against it. Sure did draw the land we need. Let's see if they have untapped land. They can play their commander and make a treasure. Nope, War Boss again. Maybe keeping them off that draw was 5 head. Teferi!
Right on
Bounce the War Boss. Protect with Raffine. Assemble from parts. Still don't have something good for the graveyard yet, but we'll work on that. War Boss returns. War Boss sends another Gobbo to its doom. You sure are finding the land. Alright. Yeah, I know. What can you do? Do we attack here? I don't think so. I think we're fine chilling. But let's get the priest down. Get the pupper down. And we'll hold up counterspell / indulgence. Everything's fine. I love conniving so much, but sometimes just staying home with Raffine, it just seems busted against the aggressive decks. 4 booty and ward. Holy crap. They weren't ready for that booty. Yeah, the opponent's just sending the little Gobbo. Okay. What do they do next? They go for the priest. I will save the priest. We will go for the priest again. We could counter, but this is fine. We have other reanimation spells. Alright, they drew their land, but it's a tapped land. I'll just indulge now. Yeah, unearth. Basically a reanimation. Let's go with Connoisseur. Hit your hand. We get God Pharaoh's Gift. Whoa. Didn't see that coming. Wait, this is a legend deck, isn't it? LVD did this. Okay, I remember now. The God Pharaoh's Gift was kind of a card in that deck that I was like, that's something. Yeah, I'm fighting another YouTuber's net deck. Good. Good. I like establishing YouTuber dominance. You should go sub to LVD. Legend with a V between the last 2 letters. Anyway, Creative. Insanely creative. Often, like a few times a month, drops a deck that just makes me jealous. Straight up jealous. Like, why didn't I think of that? Oh, okay. You bored? You bored? Haha. YouTuber dominance. Ugh, Cody. That's one I haven't tried to make like an S tier deck with that I'm scared could be an S tier commander, is Cody. Very strong, very, very strong. How do I lead with this? I guess we have one more draw to look at. I'm definitely keeping it because we have Infernal Grasp for Cody. But I don't know what I'm playing on 2, Denick or Underdog. Probably Denick. Underdog we can discard for value. I mean, are we going to try to outvalue this deck? I don't think we can just race it. All-Seeing Arbiter is good. All right. This is it. I mean, am I dropping Fortress? If I drop Fortress, I'm definitely playing Denick next turn. Okay. I'm probably playing Denick next turn because I'm playing Hall. Hermit. That's gross. Okay. Well, it's on. Let's see if they play Cody before they have the protection from Malevolent Hermit. They do. Okay, so we can grasp that. What you're telling me. Bang. So Cody says you can't play permanent cards, which is really interesting that they have like Malevolent Hermit in the deck. Probably going to work out good for him in this matchup, though. Hermit is a pain. So they have open mana. We have Mystical Dispute, but they have Hermit to counter Mystic. We could blitz in the Underdog. It's kind of some water treading. Do I have a good way to discard this? So we're closer to casting it. They would expect me to cast Raffine here, but I don't think that's actually the play. Maybe we just deploy both of these. I would love to leave up Dispute, though, because if they pay 5 for the Cody, we can counter it, but they probably won't do that. Ooh, okay. I mean, this is rough. Oh, this is rough. I'm not sure what the right play is. I'm going to go for Raffine. It's the most obvious play, though, too. So maybe they were completely prepared for it. And doing it post-combat, maybe they'll be more likely to let it go. Okay, that sucks. Eat to Extinction. And they kept on top? They did. Alright, they slammed the Cody. We've got to find a removal. We find Return Upon the Tide, which can bring back an Arbiter, but it doesn't solve our problem. And we don't find a removal source. So, I think we're just going for it here. Cody's going to get to pop, and we'll see just how great of a pop it is. It goes over the top of what we're doing. We've got to discard a card. Guess it can be Underdog. And we do have River's Rebuke. So let's see what Cody can do. I'm sure it's better for the entertainment value, because you guys want to know, what does Cody do here? Cody extra turns appears to be the plan. Vanishing Verse is a really good hit. And they return the Eat to Extinction to hand, so the value train is rolling. Fortunately, we have the Rebuke. Oh wait, they have the Hermit. Yeah, that's not good. I guess we're slamming Dream Trawler then? Nothing else seems to matter. I'm gonna discard the Priest, just because now we can unearth it when we want to. Alright, trawl them. Hopefully catch him tapped out for that Hermit or another way to deal with it, because eventually this Rebuke might have to save us, but at least Trawler can gain Hexproof. A hard card to deal with in general. It might be able to actually battle whatever the Cody deck is trying to throw at us. Because it's going to be endless value for Cody. Right, they even shocked in the land, so what's the plan, Stan? Whoa! Okay, bro. Destroy all everything? Sure. Right. And they hit a go blank to exile my graveyard? No way. Seems lucky. Seems lucky. Holy crap. Unreal. I could slam a land and attack for 7. Actually, that's really good, right? That really puts them on the back foot. Okay, we'll discard Mystical Dispute then. Because we have the Hall. So now they have to chump to stay alive, or they have to hold up all their mana to eat to extinction the Hall. They warp, but they don't get to make another play. They say go. So now we send out Raffine. They make this play. Now again, they have to worry about the Hall. I just can't believe that they hit that go blank. Absolutely unreal. I mean, was there a better hit against my deck? I don't know. Hard to picture. Right? That can block. But they can't play Cody at the same time. Okay, Relic. Get a little bit ahead on mana. Land. Sure. Force the block. Thank God we had the Hall, or I think this game would have become a disaster. This game's a disaster. Oh my God, overloaded Mizzix Mastery, another go blank. What? But is that all they've got? Okay. They still have to deal with the Hall. Here's Cody. They only have one card left. Jump? Yeah. Next turn they'll play Cody again? This is absolutely wild. As they try to draw into a solution for the Hall, and we try to draw into just stuff to get our deck going again. Grim Tutor, they go to 2. What can they get? They need something bigger than a 7/7. Something that makes multiple chump blockers would be good. Or they need a land destruction spell. What would they have in the deck that does that? Assassin's Trophy? Assassin's Trophy would do. They go to 2. Coma. Okay. Seems bad for me. They're at 2 though? Interesting. Bounce it all. Play this Menace 2/1. So if they play Coma again, I think I can force them to chump with it. What a stupid game. And by that I mean awesome. Okay, I can respond by making the 7/7 now. it has ward, but I think they have to tap the Null Priest anyway and chump with the Coma. So I don't think it mattered that much. Yeah, they have to tap the Null Priest. They don't do it! That's game! Oh. Booyah! 37. Bolas, let's go. Good proper Bolas battle. Raffine versus Bolas. Two heavyweights of the format. All right, we can't cast this Thought Erasure. We can Curse, we can Priest, and we have some great reanimation, but we would have to top deck the right land. I'm gonna risk it, because another game is only a click away. Good draw. Doesn't mean we don't curse on turn 1, but we don't need to curse until turn 3. It might throw us off a bit, though. Dark Ritual. Key. What? You've got to be kidding me. What kind of an opening is that? And they discard the Growth Spiral. Okay, well now we have to Thought Seize them. Oh my god. I hate them. Alright, we'll take the Onyx, because that was going to hurt. And we'll name Bolas here. What an opening. This is the kind of stuff that can happen in Historic Brawl, guys. This is the Ravager, am I right? The Ravager, it's right there. So Liliana? Oh, what the fuck?
The immortal Nicole Bolas will be your end.
Okay then. I'm not doing, nope. Nope, I'm out. Nope. Nope, none of that. Oh my god. Wow. Alpha Master. Is this going to be another Haste Tribal LVD net deck? This is why you guys need me. Somebody's got to challenge LVD in this net decking arena. Give you guys some different net decks. Haste Tribal. It's actually good. I'm just messing. You know me, talk a little trash. Alright, they shocked on 1 but didn't play anything, which tells me got like some kind of removal spell. We could play Lazav, we could play the Sentinel, we could hold up Counterspell and Memory Lapse. Part of me says play the Sentinel because if they remove it, I draw a card and we're a turn away from them dropping their commander, but there's a lot of good creatures they could drop here. A lot of them. So do we just play Control? I mean, you know I love Control. I'm going to do it this way. I have a feeling that whatever removal spell they have, they don't want me to draw a card. Plus, if the Esper Sentinel isn't removed, oh, okay, they're just gonna let me draw. They don't care. Magic players, casuals don't pay taxes, guys. It's a little commander nonsense for you.
I'm happy as a hellion to start.
Yeah, Chandra's really good.
But don't worry.
Chandra's really good. We can chill for a minute, though. Crew Captain. You can draw that again. Don't even know what that does. Indestructible as long as I enter the battlefield this turn in haste, yeah.
Don't worry. I brought company.
Lazav leave up 2 blue? It doesn't. They missed the land drop, right? And they're not going to draw another one. They're going to play that 4-2. They're going to attack me for a lot. Let's get Raffine down. I should have played the cave this turn. Just a mistake, but we're going to have to overcome.
Say hi to my... Hey, these little guys are great.
We go to 16. We still got room. That 25 life in Brawl is kind of nice. Maybe we can draw a big thing to reanimate here. Not yet.
Well, that's rude.
Will they draw land and make 1 billion treasures? If they do, is it really that bad? Is it really that bad? I don't know. That's the problem here. I really don't know. Let's get the hook down. And let's play the fetid pool so we have more blue mana for the counterspell. Alright, they found the land. They're gonna lash me and make a lot of treasure.
Say hi to my. Don't worry.
I hate it. On the bright side, we have Unburial Rights. We can make a serpent, but I don't know if that's good enough. Probably want to counter something big here. Goodbye, Chandra. Discard the rights. Take that out.
Next time,
Play the land.
toast.
One says good game. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't trust it. Let's get the Lockmere Serpent. We've got a lot of mana. I get scared. I'm easily frightened by a lot of mana. I've had every nasty thing that the arena can throw at me done to me, so I'm just traumatized. I'm always paranoid. Alana and Elena? There's no way I let that go. Card's too good. One of the cards that gets them back in the game for sure. Come on, Deo. Freaking weaklings! If you're gonna steal the deck from LVD, do him proud and play it out. Come on! Demon Sphinx versus Dragon God. Tapped lands. Lots of things to discard. This is called ambitious. Let's try it. I mean, everything's tapped. But man, if we hit a Triome or something, we're doing it. I mean, it's not tapped land, so we'll keep it. Means we do nothing next turn, but that was really likely anyway. Alright, they're gonna counter Raffine. Since we can't afford that, let's lead with Thought Erasure. Pact of Negation. We don't care about that. Nothing that they're going to do next turn. Their hand isn't very good. Do we Stone Rain them? Look at how expensive their hand is. I'm doing it. I'm Stone Raining you. I can go. I just took a land. You'll love to see it. Okay. Raffine. Would you like to pact it? I mean, don't use that field right now. I'm gonna Thought Seize you if you do. Oh, they're gonna do it, aren't they? Okay, I guess I have to get white then. I don't have to. Yeah, forget it. I'm gonna mana screw myself to Thought Seize you. That is how dedicated I am to this cause. Go ahead, pact it. I dare you. I double dare you. Pact of Negation, one time. Okay. Alright. Their new card is a land, so they're gonna play Bolas next turn. We get to discard a card and then try to draw a reanimation spell. I'm actually thinking we take this Spark Double. They have some huge monsters that we're gonna have to figure out how to compete with. Alright, away goes Jin. Draw reanimation spell. Okay. Rough. Not a reanimation spell either, but at least we got a white source. Now we counter their next thingy. See if they can pact as well. Of course, we can't counter this dragon. What a game. They've been very fortunate to draw land through this stuff. Alright, so if we play Curse and name Pact, that's pretty good. But in the meantime, let's keep attacking. Interesting that they held back with the Bolas. Okay, Curse of Silence. You don't want to pack that, do you? All right, what do we name? Inferno? Ugin? I think naming Ugin isn't necessary. I think we name Inferno since I can't attack through it. And you could name Pact, but I kind of want them to Pact. Just time walk themselves. Pact isn't that bad once you learn how to play against it. It's one of the more overplayed cards I find in Commander. Not in CEDH. In CEDH it makes sense, where you're literally comboing off and winning, but like people who put Pact in every blue deck, I think it's a mistake. Alright, here comes large something. If it's Massacre Worm, it resolves for me, probably. I don't know. Maybe I try to counter anything here. Eat to Extinction. That is not good. That was a fortunate draw for them. Alright, let's make them Pact. It'll give us a chance to redeploy Raffine. If they top a land in the 2 turns, though, and then Ugin me, it's pretty bad. Okay. Deck, what are you doing? You're starting to worry me. Alright, they've got to pay or lose. They pay. Now they're swinging. Now they're trying to tempo me. Malachor Rebirth. It's good against the Ugin. All-Seeing Arbiter. That's good in general. Discard 1 card. Is it Eldest Reborn? This Tail's End is super interesting. It counters the Ugin. It prevents the flip of the Bolas. But the Eldest Reborn, I think, might be the best card here. And it's our first reanimation spell. So, let's do it like that. And we don't have the mana to play it this turn, of course. So when does it fit into our turn cycle? All the big monsters are down here. We need the reanimation jutsus. Fortunately, Raffine really smoothed out the draw. Maestro's Charm. Oh god. Another removal spell, but we have the rebirth for that. Now just don't select the command zone by accident. Otherwise we won't get it back. We're going to discard a card here, so we're going to give Bolas the minus, so we don't have to worry too much about attacking into it. I do need second white, but Scarab God? Are you kidding me? Alright, I don't need it that bad. Negative 10 power. Awesome. Oh, we can do better. Negative 17 and 4. Quality. Scarab God. Maybe I should have kept that Fable Passage, but now that we're kind of leaning on them, I want the creature land. If we end up without a double white source, could be a problem. Extinction Event. Oh god. My odds. Don't ever tell me the odds. Goodbye, Scarab God. Scarabod. It's definitely going to... The opponent won't get to trade because this will trigger on attack. So we don't need to play Eldest Reborn now. We can see what they do. But there is a connive I get from this. So do I play it? Or do I try to draw something better? Considering their hand, I think we want to keep 2 threats on the board. So let's go for it. We drew a reanimation spell. But I think the mauling is better here. We can just give up on the land, actually. Too many lands. Yes, your Bolas will always have negative power. This is how we do it now. Here's Ugin. What does Ugin and Bolas working together do? Takes out the all-seeing arbiter.
You be gone, interloper.
Okay. It's a good scrap we're having here. A good little scrap. Hostage taker is looking okay. But we could also just maul this, attack this. This is still on Inferno of the Star Mounts, so that card is still in danger. That goes here. We go here. I'm playing it pretty conservative, but they have some powerful cards in their hand, so I don't regret it. Let's bring this out of the graveyard. We've got a little 3-2 attacker. Opponent might Massacre Worm it, but that's their whole turn. So they play Bolas instead. Vanishing Verse is not the way. Actually, let's get in with the Eldest Reborn now. Let's get this ticking. I think we're in the right spot for it, because now we have the Vanishing Verse for the Star Mounts or the Massacre Worm. And we get to investigate, which is sweet. Both are good. Yeah, three animation spells, so good though, so many options. All right, we'll do it like this. Had enough? Had enough. The glory is mine. And we are back for the post-game wrap. And guys, I am Stats powered by MTGA Assistant. Download link in description. Keep track of your stats with MTGA Assistant. I am freaking, holy crap. I'm 16-3 with this deck. We are just slicing and dicing everywhere that the opponent throws an opponent, that the opponent even tries to be. They try to show up. I've been on the draw 10 times. I got a 90% win rate on the draw. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So, I mean, the deck, first of all, is blue, which in Historic Brawl is kind of a goated color. You get to play all these pretty messed up staples in the format. And then the second thing is a lot of people aren't ready for Graveyard Hate, and they don't play a lot of removal for big things. They're too concerned about small things. So you getting back a big monster and even being able to stick it for a turn, it's often just absolutely overpowering. And RAFFINE, I mean, does it all. As long as you get to hit your land drops and you have your mana okay. RAFFINE is a huge threat that they have to deal with, but they also have to deal with the endless cavalcade of giant monsters. So I nominate RAFFINE in Historic Brawl, at least in this build, for the Hell Q. I think it deserves to go up against the best of the best, and if we play it and we win enough, maybe Wizards will promote it and shake up the Hell Q a little, because right now you can probably name the Hell Q without trying too hard. Brawl, Teferi, Nicol Bolas, the Planeswalker one. What else? Kinnan, Golos, Isika, God of the Tree, Winota. Did I miss anything? Probably not. That's about it. Sithis? Yeah, I guess Sithis. So it needs a shakeup. It needs another point of attack. And right now, nobody even thinks about like Esper or Reanimator when they think about the top tier of Brawl. So let's go. Go play RAFFINE. Play this build. Smash some people. Get RAFFINE nominated to Hell Q. Don't play it badly. Don't do it. You're going to slow down the movement. Get RAFFINE to Hell Q. That's the mission. And enjoy the deck. It's awesome. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I'll see you in the next video. You're cool.